Morning. Hope everyone is well. Just give it maybe like 30 seconds for people to come in. But yeah, I hope you're doing okay on this kind of grey Monday morning. Let's say grey. Hopefully it'll brighten up a bit. Great. Okay, I'll explain just what we're going to do today and then we can get going. So, hi, if anyone wants to put in the chat who's here, it's nice to see and kind of acknowledge who is here. If not, that's totally fine. I can see little numbers as well. We're going to focus the class on acceptance today as a theme. And we're going to do, as always, starting with a bit of breath work, do some written tasks, we'll meditate, and then we'll reflect at the end. And make sure you've got some paper and a pen, a little notebook ready. Morning, Shona. And we'll get going in just a sec. If you've got maybe water or tea or coffee beside you, that I find always lovely to have. Morning, Ewa. Great. Amazing. Yeah, just take another 10 seconds getting ready and then we can get going. Amazing. I think I might start, and then if people do come in, can fill them in on what's happening. So we're going to start with a face massage because we all love a little face massage. And I feel like it's always a lovely thing to do on a Monday morning after a weekend and just before we start work and everything. So we're going to start with our index finger and our middle finger on both hands, so our peace fingers. And we're going to put start on our jaw, this bottom bit of our jaw, and just give it a little massage, a little circle, whatever you need. If you want to put a bit more pressure and hold it anywhere, maybe open and close the jaw and find place you want to hold, or just circle. You can change direction when you feel like it. I think you've both done this quite a few times before, so if you remember, oh, this feels really good, like go with that. Nice, we'll move up to the temples, so just by the bottom of the eyebrows. You can close your eyes or keep them open. Again, changing direction whenever you feel like it. And then we'll use our index finger and we'll go from the center of the eyebrows and just run them along to the temple, maybe do a circle. So center of the eyebrows and circle. You can do this a few times. Ooh, I feel like I need this today. And then we'll just do a couple of strokes across the forehead, maybe like you're putting on moisturizer or sun cream or foundation or whatever you want to think. And then we'll just rub the nose into the cheek, nose to the cheeks. And then again, we'll take our index finger and go with the sinuses. So from the nose, where it connects to the cheekbone, pushing in, and then running up and along the cheekbone. I like to then give like the top of my ear just like a little rub. So pushing in and running up and back, maybe adding that extra little circle, if that feels good. Nice, and we'll just go under the jaw with the thumbs, so pushing up and under, and then running along. The jaw, so you can pushing in and up, running along the inside. Nice, doing whatever else you need to do. If you want to give your neck a rub, give your shoulders a bit of a squeeze. Maybe little taps. And when you're ready, just letting it go, dropping it down, and we'll close the eyes. So maybe just taking a minute to notice how your face is feeling, and maybe even your hands, the kind of movement and heat that's been generated. Acknowledging the sensation and how it feels. Maybe if there's heat, or you can maybe still feel where your hands have been. And then take a minute to notice how you're feeling emotionally coming to this class. Maybe you've had a long morning so far, or maybe you've just woken up. Maybe you received some news, or you've watched the news. Just acknowledging how you feel before we start. And I want you to take this moment here to also think about how you want to feel after this class. And it could be something so simple as you want to feel like you've written about something, or that you've taken some time to pause, or that maybe you want to feel a bit more of a sense of calm or awareness. Whatever you want to choose, just something, or acknowledging a way that you want to feel by the end of this class. Great. I'm going to do a quick body scan from the top of our heads all the way to our feet. So we've already noticed our face, maybe noticing again just how it's feeling. You still notice any areas of tension, the back of the head, the skull, the neck, even the sternum and the collarbones. Maybe rolling the shoulders back just to sit up a bit straighter. Going down the arms, just how the arms are feeling. They're feeling heavy. Are you gripping in your hands? Maybe you could turn them to face up. How is your ribs? And your chest and your belly. And your back, your sides. Does your pelvis feel rooted into the earth, or the cushion you might be sitting on, or chair? How about your legs? And your knees, and your shins, and your ankles, and your feet. Lovely. And we'll move more internally. Just notice how we're feeling internally, how our breath is. So try not to change it too much at first, just acknowledging it, seeing where it's at. And then gradually on each inhale and exhale, we're going to make that deeper and deeper. Great. And now we're going to take a really deep inhale through the nose, and we're going to forcefully exhale through the mouth. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Blinking the eyes open. Come back to your space, maybe wriggling the shoulders again, or having a little stretch, or whatever you need. Grab a drink, grab your notebooks, and we'll start some written tasks. Great. So like I said at the beginning, if you were here, we're focusing on acceptance today for the theme. And so I have 4 written tasks. basing it more on acceptance of self in the class today. I think it's always a good one to come back to as we're entering this new year, and I guess academically, the season's going to change. Winter and autumn are coming, and it can be quite a good time of self-reflection, but also acceptance, and a time where it almost feels like there's like a fresh start, or there's like a, okay, great, here we are, let's go. Or it can also feel quite daunting. So I thought self-acceptance would be good to give it a little go here this morning in class. So for the first written task, this can be difficult for some people, but it can also be quite easy for other people. I guess maybe in British culture, it's not always we don't talk about this enough, I think, basically. So what are some things that you like about yourself? And that could be anything small to big. It could be external, it could be internal, it could be physical, it could be personality, it could be spirituality, anything you like. What are some things that you like about yourself? Great, so finishing that one up when you're ready. So the second question, I guess kind of flipping that, is there anything that you would change about yourself? Anything in particular you would change? Whether, again, that is something more internal and just your attributes, or personality, or how you view things, or is it spirituality, or is it something more physical? Anything at all. Is there anything you would change about yourself? Okay, finishing that one off. I say that, I'm like still writing. Okay, for the next one, I'd like you to reflect back on recent times and to write down one good thing you've done recently. So it can be tiny, it can be huge, it could be, my classic example is making someone a cup of tea, it could be anything at all. So one good thing you've done recently. Great, so finishing that one off. And then, again, in classic form, the last written task is going to counter that. And so I'd like us to write about one mistake you've made recently. Great, so finishing that one off when you're ready. Great, okay, we're going to do a little pranayama breathing technique before we meditate. So we're just going to do a box breath, which I think you've all done before. And it's inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4, and like a couple of rounds of that. I draw a box on the screen, just if that is helpful for people. I don't know if it is. You could also maybe draw one on your chest if that feels appropriate, or you could put your hands on your chest, or you could just close your eyes, or you could draw the box as well. Up to you. Take it as you need. So I will draw it in front and we'll count, but we'll just inhale normally first, exhale normally, and then we'll go through it. So inhaling, exhaling, and inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Just inhaling and exhaling to let it go, and closing your eyes if they're not already shut. Lovely. So while we're sat here for eyes shut, I want you to sit upright. Just noticing yourself sitting upright, maybe rolling the shoulders back, maybe finding your sit bones. And I want you to take a moment to notice what it feels like to stop. So sitting here with your eyes shut, sitting upright, taking a moment to notice what it feels like to stop. And take some time to notice your breathing here. Notice where it's sitting. Notice where you feel the sensation of your breath in your body. Can you feel it on your upper lip coming out of your nose? Can you feel it in your throat or your chest? Can you feel it in your lungs or your belly? And as you're sitting here with this attention, your thoughts might slip, they might go elsewhere, maybe thinking of what's to come after this or where the day is going. And I want you to accept and acknowledge that that is happening. Not to ignore it, not to push it away, but just to accept and acknowledge that there is a moment of distraction, or that there is a moment where you've gone somewhere else. And then to shift that back to the present, back to the breath, back to sitting upright and noticing what it feels like to stop. Can you bring your awareness now to the sensations in your body? The senses, just what you can notice while you're sitting here stopping. Can you notice your skin? maybe your bones, your height, breath, space, the backs of your eyelids, your tongue. And making sure you're still breathing in and out. And while you're focusing on your breath, I'm going to read a short little passage from Brianna Wiest. Acceptance is when you can look back and say, hey, I may not be okay with the fact that that happened, and I may not ever be, but there are new things in my mind and heart. New things to take my energy and attention. Things that actually deserve it. Things that don't force me into having to accept anything I don't want to or move on. Acceptance is tomorrow. Even if the pain is still there, you realize it may always be. And somehow, that's okay. Lovely. So taking 3 big inhales through the nose and out the mouth again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And opening your eyes. Back to your space, and you're rolling the shoulders again. Or stretching up. We're going to grab our notebooks and just write down any words of reflection, if it's a thought, a feeling, a word, a sentence, anything at all. Lovely. While you're doing that, I just want to say thank you so much for coming. Thanks for coming to class. If you have any thoughts, feelings, feedback that you want to share, please do. If you like the video, maybe give it a like. If you haven't already subscribe to the class, and you can see you'll get notifications whenever the classes start on a Monday morning. If you don't always check the members page, that's a good way of doing it as well. Drop us a comment if you have anything you want to share. And I'll see some of you on Wednesday for Stretch and Relax. We've got class on Wednesday evening on Zoom. I'm back teaching. So it'll be good to see some of you there. But great, I'll stick around for another minute. But thanks, everybody. Oh, I'm glad, Shona. Thank you. I think I did it as well. I felt a bit like, just needed to kind of reconnect, but thank you. Great. Yeah, have a great day, everybody. Okay, I think I'll end it there, but I'll see some of you on Wednesday, and I'll post that quote in the members page. But thanks again, everyone. Bye.